Hey everyone, today I'm going to be testing your knowledge of Dead by Daylight once more. For this quiz there are 5 categories. We have a general knowledge round, followed by a picture round, a cosmetics round, a lore round, and finally a sound round. Some questions will just ask for an answer, but the majority will be multiple choice. Each question is worth a point, unless otherwise noted. After each round I will reveal the answers. Drop your scores down below in the comments. Let's see if you can answer all of these correctly. I've tried to make some of them pretty tough. So good luck and let's get into it. Okay, so starting off with general knowledge. Question 1. Out of the 28 survivors currently in the survivor roster, what is the most common or frequent first letter of their first names? A, J, B, M, or C, F? Question 2. To which killer does the add-on pictured belong to? A, Deathslinger, B, Myers, or C, Pig? Question 3. Which character is killed in the Resident Evil chapter trailer? A, David, B, Dwight, or C, Meg? Question 4. How many hex perks are there currently in the game? A, 10, B, 12, or C, 14? Question 5. What was the second licensed killer to be released to the game? A, Bubba, B, Freddy, or C, Pig? Question 6. How many health states can a yellow medkit heal you for? Note this doesn't include perks or add-ons. A, 1 health state, B, 1.5 health states, or C, 2 health states? Question 7. Which 2 status effects does the killer perk Blood Echo apply to survivors? A, blindness and exhausted, B, hindered and exhausted, C, hemorrhage and exhausted? Question 8. How many indoor maps are there currently in the game? Note, this means a map which has more indoor areas than it does outdoor areas. A, 4, B, 5, or C, 6? Question 9. In the lobby or home screen, how many survivors are seated around the campfire? A, 4, B, 5, or C, 6? Question 10. In terms of surface area, the largest map in the game is Mother's Dwelling, and the second is joint between Shelter Woods and AZHYMOVS Resting Place. What is the third largest map? A, Disturbed Ward, B, Lampkin Lane, or C, Blood Lodge? Okay, so answers for the general knowledge round. The most common first letter of the survivors' first names was J, or option A. Question 2. The add-on pictured belongs to Myers, or option B. Question 3. The character who died in the Resident Evil chapter trailer was Meg, or option C. Question 4. There are currently 12 hex perks in the game, or option B. Question 5. The second licensed character to be added to the game was Bubba, or option A. Question 6. A yellow medkit will heal you for 1.5 health states, or option B. Question 7. Blood Echo applies to the hemorrhage and exhausted status effects, or option C. Question 8. There are currently 5 indoor maps in the game, or option B. Question 9. There are 4 survivors sat around the campfire in the home screen or lobby, or option A. Question 10. In terms of surface area, Disturbed Ward, or option A, is the third largest map in the game. Next, let's move on to the picture round. I'm going to show you 2 pictures and you have to identify 5 differences between the pictures. It's spot the difference basically. Feel free to pause so you can see the full image for longer if you prefer. 5 differences, 2 points per difference spotted. I'll put the images each up for about 15 seconds. Okay, so the differences you hopefully identified were: Fengmin's outfit was changed from blue to gold, the charms on her waist are different, my username, AZHYMOVS, was moved to a different spot on the screen, Fengmin's name was replaced with Jake Park. Finally, there is a message in the chat where there wasn't one before. 2 points per difference you spotted. Next up, the cosmetics round. Question 1. What does the blocked out text say on this Feng Min cosmetic? Question 2. Which Legion member has the most available cosmetics in the store, minus recolors? A. Frank, B. Julie, C. Joey, or D. Susie? Question 3. What is the name of the summer camp that Meg Thomas attended that was featured on a jersey cosmetic in Tome 6? A. Golden Eagles Summer Camp, B. Soaring Eagles Summer Camp, C. Mountain Eagles Summer Camp? Question 4. How many mouth or head flaps does the Demogorgon have? A. 4, B. 5, or C. 6? Question 5. What is the name of the knife that you receive from entering Prestige 1 with the Legion? A. Stained hunting knife, B. Wet hunting knife, or C. Damp hunting knife? Question 6. How many killers currently have a blighted or Halloween skin? A. 13, B. 12, or C. 11? Question 7. This charm was a reward for completing all levels of which tome? A. Tome 3, B. Tome 5, or C. Tome 2? Question 8. How many survivors have some form of eyewear in their base cosmetic, e.g. glasses? A. 3, B. 5, or C. 7? Question 9. The Bloody Token charm can be earned by doing what? A. Earning 1 million blood points, B. Completing the tutorial, or C. Owning the deluxe edition of the game? Question 10. What is the name of the Blight's weapon? A. Bone Crusher, B. Bone Smasher, or C. Bone Buster? Now for the answers to the cosmetics round. Question 1. The blocked out text on the Feng Min cosmetic read, Shining Lion. Question 2. Susie has the most available cosmetics, or option D. Question 3. The name of the summer camp that Meg attended is Golden Eagles Summer Camp, or option A. Question 4. The Demogorgon has 5 mouth or head flaps, or option B. Question 5. The Legion's prestige knife cosmetic is named Wet Hunting Knife, or option B. Question 6. There are currently 13 blighted killer skins in the game, or option A. Question 7. The charm shown was the reward for completing Tome 3, or option A. Question 8. There are 5 characters who feature eyewear in their base cosmetics, or option B. Yui may have caught you out on that one. Question 9. The Bloody Token charm can be earned by completing the tutorial, or option B. Question 10. The Blight's weapon is named Bone Buster, or option C. Okay, moving on to the lore round. Question 1. What is the name of the Oni's son? A. Renjiro, B. Akito, or C. Kazan? Question 2. Which character was in a train crash before being taken by the entity? A. Felix, B. Jane, or C. Adam? Question 3. In which borough of New York does Zarina Kassir grow up in? A. Manhattan, B. Brooklyn, or C. Queens? Question 4. 2 survivor characters have been known to fight off the entity's claws. Which 2 survivors are they? Question 5. In what way is Anna, or the Huntress's mother, killed? A. By soldiers, B. By an elk, or C. By a bear? Question 6. Deathslinger earns his name after testing his prototype spear gun. What happened in this test to earn him this name? A. He speared a man's heart out, B. He speared a man through the head, or C. He speared a man's intestines out? Question 7. What was the name of the Trickster's debut album? A. Edge of Revival, B. Dead on Arrival, C. Year of Reprisal? Question 8. What university or school does the Blight attend? A. London School of Biology, B. London School of Medicine, or C. London School of Botany? Question 9. What feedback does Jane Romero receive on her self-help book? A. A number of positive anecdotes laced with interesting and thoughtful self-help tips. B. A serving of sad anecdotes seasoned with bland, generic self-help tips. C. A helping of dry anecdotes in addition to boring, generic self-help tips. Question 10. Which animals does Hillbilly believe were cared for more than he was by his parents? A. Pigs, B. Cows, or C. Horses? Answers for the law round now. Question 1. The only son is named Akito, or option B. Question 2. Adam was in a train crash before being taken into the entity's realm, or option C. Question 3. Zarina grew up in Brooklyn, or option B. Question 4. The two known survivors to have fought off the entity's claws are Kate Denson and Mikaela Reid. Question 5. The Huntress's mother was killed by an elk, or option B. Question 6. Deathslinger earned his name after his prototype spear gun pulled a man's intestines out, or option C. Question 7. The debut album of the Trickster is named Edge of Revival, or option A. Question 8. The Blight attended the London School of Medicine, or option B. Question 9. Jane Romero receives the feedback of a serving of sad anecdotes seasoned with bland, generic self-help tips on her book, or option B. Question 10. The Hillbilly says that the Coldwind Farm pigs were treated better than he was by his parents, or option A. Finally, we have the sound round. The idea of this round is to identify the sound that you hear. There are 5 in total. 2 points per sound identified. Here's sound 1. Here's sound 2. Here's sound 3. Here's sound 4. Here's sound 5. Now onto the answers. You get 2 points for each of the sounds you identified. Sound 1 was the sound you hear when switching between the two twins. Sound 2 was the Huntress's hatchet holstering. Sound 3 was Yunjin's injured noises. Sound 4 was Nemesis's tentacle thwack, or him attacking with his tentacle. Sound 5 was the sound of a character spawning or phasing into the lobby. Alright, well that's gonna do it. I do hope you enjoyed. Let me know what your total score out of 50 was down below. Thanks, and goodbye.